Hi, welcome to Smile Different. I am your host, Brigitte White, and wow, it has been a day. For those of you who are following me on Instagram, you know that I had soccer today. I bought my son the cleats and we won the game, thankfully. It's worth it to see his joy. He scored. He looked up at me. He gave me a little heart hand gesture and it just touches my heart. And, why am I here today? It has been hard to get on. I set up the lights and I set up the tripod. I even asked AI like how to set the settings on my camera. And now I am on my Riverside app on my computer because this is like a whole production. And I just want to start talking to you guys. I want to introduce you to Smile Different. And when I say smile different, that's exactly what I mean. I did all the things. I went to the Ivy League. I got my education at Princeton University. I went on to dental school at University of Pennsylvania. I practiced dentistry for 20 years. I worked with the military and public health, private practice, some of the most affluent Americans you'll ever meet. And I also had the privilege of treating people from marginalized backgrounds. And one thing I will say is it doesn't matter how perfect the dentistry is. It doesn't matter how high tech you make it. Sometimes it's just really hard to connect to the people that are experiencing oral care. And I look at big toothpaste out there and all the products, they really are harsh and they make patients feel like they're being punished. And it still is connected to dental health, which is wrapped up in shame, pain, and fear. And I always talk about inequities. My background is in policy. I was a policy major at Princeton, and I examined systems and how they contribute to the disparities that we see today. And so that's why when I decided to make my own toothpaste, I wanted to actually treat a problem that wasn't being addressed. And I wanted oral care to actually feel like wellness. And so this week on my platforms, I've been talking about sensitivity. And I think it is worth me explaining why I come from that place of not wanting patients to feel pain and shame, but to feel joy and harmony. And that really has a lot to do with my background. My grandmother grew up very close to where I live now. She grew up in Prince William County. And when she was ready to go to high school, there was no high school for her to attend because she was Black. And gosh, saying it out loud today, it still, gives me shivers because of segregation and so many policies that were made to prevent her from learning and excelling academically and becoming a professional. And that is one of the main reasons that I actually went to dental school. My parents were the first generation to go to college. And they sent me and my sisters to the top. We went Ivy League, private schools, what have you. I practiced. I had my own practice. I went to the pinnacle, right? I did it all the things. But I realized that even with all of that armor, all those degrees and all that cultural capital, I'm still not safe because I don't have a way to really thrive in an industry that was not created for people like me, especially women of color, especially Black women. And we're often told to just deal with it, be uncomfortable. So we're uncomfortable in our skin and our hair and our appearance. And we're constantly almost expected to be uncomfortable. And that's attached to what I think is also in dental care and dental shame and pain. Patients come in and they've been in pain for years. I look at some cases and I think you must have been in pain all these years. You didn't notice it. You didn't think your teeth were falling out, loose, infected. And unfortunately, there's a lot of tolerance that is built up for shame and pain and fear attached to dentistry. And so that gets me back to what makes my product different. And I want to talk about it. It really is that it's not harsh. It doesn't have those chemicals like fluoride. It's mint free because I think that it should be joyous. And when I think of fruit is summer. It's sweet. It tastes good. It's emotional. And that's why I wanted it in my products. And it's not just the flavor. It's actually the science. My products are free of fluoride. They have hydroxyapatite, which is what our teeth are made of. They have nanoparticles of hydroxyapatite that actually rebuild the structure. They seep into those pores that are exposed that make our teeth sensitive, and they soothe your tooth. But I not only use hydroxyapatite, but I have created my own sensitivity relief complex. And it's such a wonderful combination, a synergy of these ingredients that work together to soothe the tooth. It's not only the hydroxyapatite, but there are botanicals, peonal extract, neem extract. These are plants that are gentle. They have antimicrobials. They actually relax the tooth. Additionally, I have arginine, which is this magical amino acid. Arginine actually coats the pores to desensitize the tooth, and it reduces the acidic level in our mouth so that the pH is balanced. And studies show that arginine significantly reduces sensitivity in teeth. Also, we have theobromine, which is like our hero ingredient. It's found in cacao. It's found in dark chocolate. So if you've ever had like dark chocolate 80% and you notice that chalky feeling on your teeth, that's the theobromine actually strengthening your enamel. But it's doing it in a gentle way. It's not doing it like fluoride. Fluoride, we can talk about, it is not biomimetic, so it works with some things in our saliva to make our teeth hard. But the way I decided I wanted to treat my patients is that I wanted it to be something that works in synergy with your own body. And then finally, we have calcium carbonate, which actually remineralizes your teeth and adds a nice little polish so that they're lustrous, that they feel smooth. So when you brush with my products, I mean, patients have been like, it just gives me chills. Patients will tell me, my teeth feel so clean afterwards. And it's like, yes, that's the goal. But they also say, and it tastes good, but it's refreshing. I was afraid that it wouldn't make me feel fresh. We're so used to the programming of mint, or, mint actually triggers a receptor in our brain that makes us feel pain. I mean, can you imagine? So mint has a lot of wonderful attributes, but it triggers pain. And we're almost conditioned to think that discomfort means fresh. And that's not true. And I just wanted to dispel that rumor right away and let you know that that's why I decided to go fruit forward. So for all these reasons, I want you to smile different. I want women to understand that it's okay to be gentle. Strength does not have to be harsh and mean and punitive. It can be gentle and soft, and it can be joyous. And that's why Bright Whites is so special to me. It's very personal, it's cultural, it's familial, and it's for you guys.